Okay, I'm so excited to welcome you to brand new GOSPOCAST. For today, it is the weekend edition, and as usual, GOSPOCAST continues right after this. Okay, let's get it started on today. My name is Tal, and I'll be your host for today. And I'm not going to give you a recap of all we did this week. It's interesting from Monday to Friday. It's interesting. I want you to just go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Gospel Index 1, and you can follow our handle on Twitter at The Gospel Index to get all the details of what we did. And today, we're in the rounding of this week edition of GOSPOCAST with something interesting. We are still continuing our series, The Image. We are still doing some deep search into the image. And today, we're going to be taking something I call the fallen image and the spiritual gap it created. Now, you remember that we spoke earlier this week that's when God said, let us make man in our image and after our likeness, that there was a deposit of the image of God in the DNA of our spirit. Now, that is inherent in our spirit, and it is there. So now the other side of the foundation of God creating us was, he said, let us make man in our image and after our likeness. Now, so look at that word, after our likeness, means that the image of God inside our spirit must go after, must have fellowship, must connect with God and begin to learn the attributes of God, the things that God does, and bring it into our spirit, and it expands to our mind and to our body. So that's the aspect of fellowship, and it was seen in the Garden of Eden when God had fellowship with Adam and Eve at the cool of the day. Also, it was seen in the life of Jesus when Jesus said, whatever I see my Father do, I also do, when he was here on earth. So what the devil discovered, that the devil cannot change it, the creation of God, the deposit in our spirit, that signature of God in our spirit cannot be removed. It's irreversible. Man is created in the image of God, and it can be changed. But what he discovered is that he can stop the after his likeness, the aspect that have to do with fellowship and connection with God. So if he disconnects you from looking up to God, it's just like when a child is born, there are imprints of the parents in the DNA, and it has to also, the child have to learn from the parents, look at the parents, listen to what they say, learn their languages, start speaking it out, start developing. So that's the same way it is. So the whole thing went sour when God took man out of the Garden of Eden. So when man failed and disobeyed God, and God disconnected man, and that is where our topic came out from, the fallen image. So and it created a whole lot of gulf inside the heart, inside the spirit of a man, and it's still happening today, and especially when people don't know God. That great gulf is in you that nothing can satisfy. Some people think that maybe when they get their professorship, their degree, their PhD, and it will satisfy, but no, it didn't. Some people think that when they get that girlfriend and date the person and have sex and over, it didn't satisfy. That gap that is coming from your spirit, it is beyond your soul, it's beyond your mind, and people can't help it. Some think that when they pursue wealth and get this and get the latest car, and when you get the latest car, just a matter of months, another one will come out, and that hunger will still be there, and it's no end. It is no end. So there is a gulf that was created when man was disconnected from God, from the Garden of Eden, and that's one of the things that Jesus came to restore. He didn't just come to restore you to have everything, as in to appear, boom, everything that you need is here. No, he came to restore what was missing from the origin of man. And until that is found, nothing will truly satisfy you. Nothing. If you can find that in your spirit, that there is a satisfaction because you are connected to God. You're connected to God. There is a life that comes in you because you know God. If you can find that satisfaction above every other thing, that means you are yet not connected connected to God. There has to be that point when God comes into your life. He takes the priority, the highest priority in your life, and the highest desire of your soul. And no matter what happens around you, there is an anchor, there is a connection to God and you know that with that, every other thing will be possible, because the Bible says, Jesus said specifically to the disciple, that with God, nothing shall be impossible unto you. God bless you. I'll see you again next week.